Okay, so it's currently 12:15. I haven't eaten anything yet today. I have had a coffee with oat milk. I try to fast, but technically because I have oat milk in my coffee, it means that I'm not actually fasting. But basically I try not to have breakfast, I mean, some people might think it's unhealthy, and I was always told to have breakfast, and I always used to have breakfast. But for me, it just works really well to wait until about 12 o'clock to eat my first meal. And I think I'm gonna have a noodle stir fry. I try to make it as healthy as I possibly can. If the stock cube I use is not got any animal product in it, I think it's actually a vegan meal, which is good. I don't put meat in it, but obviously if I was having it for dinner, I probably would put like a chicken breast or some prawns in it. But because it's lunchtime, I'm just gonna have the noodles, and it's better than having a sandwich, and it fills me up more than having a sandwich. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna eat today. And then after I cook lunch, I think me and Dad are gonna go to M&S because Dad I think he's got some vouchers to use at M&S. So yeah, I'm gonna go to M&S. What's happening with my eyelash? What a lovely day out. Can you actually believe that the world has come to, you know, M&S being your daily trip? It's just hilarious, but yeah, I'm gonna go and make my lunch because I'm absolutely bloody starving. Okay, so this is lunch. It looks very beige. But it's basically just stir fry, peanut satay, veggie stir fry. And I've got a glass of water, and then I also have a cookie that I made yesterday, which are unreal. They've got mini eggs in that I will eat after, and I need to make some more of these because they are delicious. Okay, that's all finished. I was incredibly hungry, but I've nearly drank all my water as well. I tried to drink like 1 or 2 glasses with every meal, but I definitely still don't drink enough water. But I'm gonna eat my biscuit that I made, even though I am quite full. They were so nice when they were warm because the chocolate was still melting, which was just fab. But this is basically just like a basic cookie recipe, and then I put smashed Smarties in and also whole mini eggs. And then I scoop, it's like quite a wet mixture, so I scoop it with an ice cream scoop and just pop it on a baking tray, and they go flat, and they're really, really yummy. Okay, I've eaten lunch. I'm very full now. I like to wait to eat at lunchtime the first time I eat, because I'll tend to eat quite a lot. For example, the big bowl of noodles. And then I just feel like I always have to have something sweet afterwards. But because I feel so full now, I probably won't eat, obviously, my next meal till dinner. Depending on what we buy in M&S, it may change. I may have some snack. I do definitely have snacks throughout this time until dinner, but I try for them to be like, if it's during the week, today's Friday, so it might be a little bit different because I tend to kind of let loose a little bit on the weekend and not really care about what I eat. But usually if I want a snack, it will be like a yoghurt or a Baby Bell or just some cheese. Preferably something that's not massively sugary, but obviously if I'm having sweet cravings, that doesn't help. And then maybe like a bagel with some Philadelphia on. I find that that's not overly awful. I don't really stick to like a specific diet. I try to keep sugar low and basically just processed crap low. Like even with the biscuits, like I know what went in them because I baked them. But like the other day I had a Kit Kat, and I just like a Kit Kat chunky, and I was eating it and I was like, I feel like shit, but it tastes so good. But this evening we're gonna get a takeaway from I think it's this man who we used to go to, like the cafe. I can't remember really what it was called, but it was like a social networking coffee shop, and he did incredible food, and he's a vegan, but he does cook meat and stuff for obviously people who want it. So I think tonight we're gonna have a takeaway from the bloke who does that. I think his name is Jay. I'm gonna try and get his Instagram and put it up here. I actually haven't really looked into it very much, but all I know is that his food is just amazing. His name is Jay Halford on Instagram, and he just makes the most incredible creations. And I'm pretty sure that's who we're getting takeaway from. And it's like a 5-course meal with like really small courses, I think. So that's gonna be really interesting to vlog and try. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna be eating next. And if I do eat anything in the meantime, I'll let you know. Hi everyone again. So me and Dad went to M&S, and it was really busy. We had to queue outside for about 10-15 minutes, which I haven't experienced with M&S yet. Usually you kind of just walk straight in. But where I live, the M&S is on a roundabout, like a retail park near a roundabout where there's an McDonald's drive-through, and it basically just gets so busy around there because of the McDonald's drive-through. So I don't know if people were, it's just busy, which is nice. And we bought quite a lot of stuff. And we also bought some paninis and some of those strawberry, what are they called? Strawberry like fingers? Strawberry, I don't know, strawberry bun finger things, but they are incredible. They got jam running through the middle with like strawberry icing on the top. So obviously I wasn't going to say no to one of those, and I also had a cup of tea as well. But when I got back from the shop, my family were having their lunch and I didn't want to miss out on paninis. So I had half a panini with cheese, ham, chutney and mustard, which was really nice. And then also one of those little ice buns, which I shall show you, you'll see. And I had a cup of tea, so now I am very full. And I definitely won't be eating till dinner, unless I snack even more, which is terrible of me, which I shouldn't do. Hi everyone, sorry, I do apologise. I don't know why, but my camera is not looking the best of quality in this light. But for dinner, I don't know why is it because I'm not in focus? But yeah, we basically had for dinner the food from Jay Halford. I'll put his Instagram here. It was honestly the most tasty food, and it was all plant-based, and if you know me, you know I am not a vegan, and I usually thoroughly enjoy a big old slab of steak. However, this was honestly probably the tastiest vegan plant-based food I've ever had, and I was not expecting it to be so nice. So it was like a 5-course meal. I've never had a 5-course meal in my life. I did get full on like the 3rd course, so I didn't actually end up eating all of the main course, but for an appetizer, I think it was, or a canapé, we had what looked like sushi rolls in seaweed, and instead of rice he used desiccated coconut, and I'm not even joking, it was the best sushi I've ever had. I don't usually like sushi, or I'll avoid sushi that has the seaweed wrapped around it. I kind of just like the sushi that's rice with filling in the middle, but honestly it was so nice, and the flavour I can't even explain. It was just incredible. And then we had a pea and mint soup, which was also lovely, and you could tell that he'd put garlic in it because I just love garlic and it just makes everything taste incredible. And then we had a salad with watermelon and I think, was it capers on it, and honestly, watermelon in a salad is an absolute game changer. I cannot believe, pardon me, how lovely it was, and in the summer I am definitely going to put watermelon on my salad because it was just lovely. And it came with this sauce. I don't know what was in the sauce, but it was unreal. And by this point you could probably tell that I was incredibly full. But we then had the main course, which was moussaka, which I've never had that before, hopefully I'm saying that right. But it was basically like a vegan, what was almost like a lasagna but layered with aubergines, and the filling tasted like, I can't even describe the flavour, but it was probably more tasty than meals I've actually had out in restaurants. But it was really nice, and it had, I think it had walnuts in like the filling, and it was really nice because it made like the texture look like mincemeat, but it wasn't, and it was definitely far tastier than meat I've ever cooked. It was incredible. And that came with like leeks, roasted vegetables, like red cabbage, and sweet potato cubes, which were really nice. Honestly, I felt so healthy when I was eating it. And then for pudding we had this chocolate torte, and I presume that the base was made from like some form of dates because it was so like squidgy and gooey. It was just honestly incredible, and you would have never have thought that the filling for the torte was plant-based and like no dairy or cream cheese in it. It was just mad. And to think, I just don't think I'd ever be able to make vegan food like that. I'm pretty sure Jay is an actual wizard. But it was incredible, and it cost us £20 each. And I think that that is incredibly good for a 5-course meal. The courses were like starter sizes, and if you think like having 5 starters, you're gonna get so full, and it was just lovely, and I highly recommend doing it because it was so nice. It was like a little treat, and it actually makes you feel like you've done something with your evening. So nice. That pudding, I loved it. It's such a shame that I don't think his little, what do we call it, like the cafe is going to reopen, but his food is incredible, and if you ever get the chance to try it, I would highly recommend trying it because it is just amazing. Okay, so that's everything that I eat in a day. It wasn't the healthiest. I'm a bit annoyed because I usually try to stick to a really healthy day, but I mean, it was Friday and it's basically the weekend, let's be real. But yeah, honestly, I try to keep everything pretty low sugar and pretty low carb, but obviously today just didn't really work out. But you know, I've got to keep it real, it's realistic. I'm not always gonna be incredibly healthy. I can always tell that I have been unhealthy because I bloat a lot. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of just a little realistic what I eat a day and what I get up to and what I put into my body. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.